Every time a new console, Pokemon card or event ticket comes out, they sell out in seconds. It's not the fans who are getting their hands on them, it's bots, it's automated software. The people running these, they are digital scalpers, people making thousands. In this video, we are hunting them down and finding out exactly who is trying to stop them from doing what they do. There are many different types of bots out there, and the last one I'm going to talk about in this video is the most powerful and can buy the most stock out of any other bot out there.
Behind the scenes is a lot more than people think. Yo, it worked! If you can't beat them, join them.
What is a bot? It's an automated piece of software that mimics how humans interact with retail websites. And there are many different types of these which have many different use cases. But number one, we have monitor bots. These are the simplest of all the bots. They mimic a human checking if something's in stock on a website. Once they find something's in stock, they will then notify the users of a bot saying that this product's back in stock so a user can take advantage with that product. So what these websites did is they changed to a raffle system in order to attempt to make things more fair. They would essentially let people enter a raffle for a chance to win the opportunity to purchase one of these items. If you won that chance, you was guaranteed the right to purchase one of these products. So it quickly came the uprising of raffle bots, automated software that entered raffles thousands of times to give them the advantage to purchase products, and not only purchase one but purchase multiple. But this came with such a huge problem. In this game of cat and mouse with people trying to stop bots, they added an economic play. So to enter, they would ask you to pay upfront for these products, and if you didn't win, they would refund you the money. So obviously the botters then couldn't do this, and this leads us to the final and most powerful bot out there.
Was live streaming his screen, and we were all just witnessing him get hundreds of checkouts, recaps, and we're looking to make around $4,000.
I was able to hit on 6 packs. I did this from a coffee shop with very minimal effort.
The automated checkout bot.
Checkout bot that can check out a product in seconds.
A retailer would be dropping 1,000 units of a product online. They were dropping it at a set date, set time, and people will be running the bots ahead of this, waiting for the product to drop. As soon as the product goes live, the bots kick in, they start checking out faster than any human can do. They do everything for you. Now that we understand the different types of bots out there, there are a few fundamental key resources that make this whole thing possible. First is what we call a server. This is essentially a cloud computer that is running 24/7 that will allow you to upload your bot onto there. Your bot will always be on. The other pivotal resource that people need is what they call a cut group. It gives them inside early information on exactly what they can make money on with their bot. And now for the final key to this whole thing, and it is what they call proxies. It means that you can proxy your internet traffic through an IP address. So you can buy 100 proxies and that will get you 100 different IP addresses. You'll be completely free reign to do as much as you possibly can. It is the key and one of the most important resources people can control to increase their success. And now this begs the question, who are behind these bots and clean up stock in thousands of units at a time? So here's what we know so far. Stellar.io is one of the leaders in automated retail software, allowing people to get them items that sell out in seconds in quantities of 100, 1,000, and sometimes even more. I've managed to reach out to an active botter who has been botting for years and years. He's going to tell us all the ins and outs of how these bots work. This guy has made thousands and thousands from botting over the years, and he's going to give us the inside spiel of how these bots work and how they manage to make so much money from it. Yeah, I kind of just want to go into it. Obviously over the years you've had so much success with it, but I guess like where did it start for you?
PS5s, obviously. I was one of them people that I saw people checking out and I got really bitter about it. Found a bot, got banned from it, got big till I name it. Found another bot which was much better. I've seen people doing really well. PS5s were massive, weren't they?
Do you feel like it's a bit unfair that people was managing to get loads of it?
It's one of the things that like, you got to join them. Like, you can't just sit there being frustrated. You can't just sit there thinking, how they got this unfair advantage and do nothing about it.
How much do you think you invested at the start to like start botting?
A lot, yeah, a massive amount back there. Loads of money invested on proxies, wrong proxies, bad proxies, just things that I didn't know what I was doing wrong. It's one of the things you don't know what you don't know.
And how much do you think like you're spending at the moment?
I'm in a good space now where I know, pretty much all I need to know. There's a few nuances, I guess, that come up every now and again, but generally speaking, it's just cost of box to use.
As times have changed, it constantly shifts and follows the money, but like, what's it been like on the Pokemon craze at the moment?
Let's be transparent, right? There are problems with buying some of the items, but I think the pros massively outweigh the cons, and there's been updates and, companies like Pokémon said they react a lot more, and they're trying to stop us from doing what we do, but still had massive amounts of success.
How do you think it is at the moment with updates to anti-bot, trying to combat this whole thing?
Probably the worst it's ever been. I use an example of recently, it was Argos a couple of months ago. It was almost like they would update every morning. Obviously the devs would react, they would react to that in the evening, devs would react again. It was a constant battle of the hours of updates. That's a lot of effort from that one company to just stop botters, isn't it? I don't blame them, they're doing what they're doing for the consumer, but ultimately it's just a struggle at the moment.
Do you feel guilty about having the upper hand with the bots?
If it goes back to what I said earlier, the reason I got into it, you can't be employing them. Sounds harsh when I say it out loud, but no, I don't feel. It will never ever, they'll never like a ceasefire, you call it will just be a relentless forever. Until one side stops, which is not going to happen, bot devs aren't going to stop, the reseller markets selected. It's always been existed, there's always something to resell. When I think back, I sat there not doing it, I just felt that frustration, and I get it, people do feel that, and it's a minefield, right? You just got to be prepared to want to learn it on, because you are that person that gets left behind if you don't.
Places like Argos and Pokémon Center are clearly trying to stop these bots from working. For a 48-hour cat and mouse race to be happening and still Argos to fail, and fail miserably at stopping these bots, something must be going wrong. So we're going to speak to an anti-bot expert now, someone who's on the side of things that stop people making bots, to understand what's going wrong and why Argos can't stop people from using bots. So we're about to interview someone in the cyber security space. We're going to talk to him about how websites are trying to stop bots, how they all work, and what people are doing to get around them. How are websites trying to stop bots?
Most websites, they don't rely on one single sort of system anymore. They'll use layers of defenses that look at hundreds of signals, JavaScript running in your browser, which collects information about your device, your behavior.
And do you think at points genuine users are kind of affected by these systems?
Sometimes, people are going onto websites trying to order something, they've got to do captures, but a lot of them are trying now to move towards doing things in the background, things that you can't really see, gather a lot of data, sensor data basically it's called, from your device. They'll sort of build fingerprints, pinpoint which people are bots and which are legitimate users.
I guess it's a little bit like an actual crime scene investigation. Do you know what I mean? They're essentially fingerprinting people's devices to figure out who is who. Do you think all bots are bad?
A lot of people are using things like ChatGPT. At the end of the day, most bots, they are used to just collect data, gather information.
These bots can use that as a bit of a loophole to kind of get around it.
Yeah, so you can actually mimic things using things called user agents. A lot of websites, what they do is they will allow certain bots onto their website to basically pretend you're one of those bots entering the website.
These companies with hundreds of millions a year out of protecting websites for these, how are these bots then still getting around that?
Others might try to fake fingerprints, use things like IPs.
Do you think that these websites will ever stop this from happening?
Definitely not. It's just going to always be an ongoing cat and mouse game basically. Every time a bot improves its defenses, bot developers can just adapt. As long as a normal person can go onto a website, a bot will definitely be able to replicate it.
That's all the questions I needed to ask today. But yeah, I appreciate it, and you give us some real good insight into the underworld of botting. At the end of the day, bots are going absolutely nowhere. As we found out in this episode, there is no magical moment in the future where the people who make the anti-bots are going to cut bots off completely. Like we found out, as long as humans can go on these websites and buy these products, there will always be a way for bots to do the same. If these products were just in stock on these websites all of the time, 24/7, there would be no reason for bots to be botting the website. There would be no reason for developers to be spending hours and days and weeks solving the anti-bots to allow the bots to work to buy this stock. It is simply not the reason. Collectors can learn to bot, and they can get tons and hundreds of products just like the reseller's car. The be all and end all is just who wants it bad enough.